So step 1 is we need to gather supplies. You need peaches, honey is optional, spring water, canning jars, canner with a jar insert, jar lifter, a lid lifter or a butter knife, a debubbler, a paring knife, big bowls, and a clean rag and towel. Step 2 is to prepare your equipment. Sanitize your jars, whether you're using a dishwasher or soapy water. Put your jars on a towel upside down to help dry them. We have our canning pot. We have a big pan with boiling water for our peaches, and a smaller pan, not quite boiling, for our canning lids. And we get these set up before we start doing the peaches. We are putting the lids into the small pan. I am putting 7 because the canner we have only holds 7 jars. We have our bowl of cold water for our peaches. We have a bowl of scraps, and we have our paring knife. Step 3 is to process your peaches. We are using a big spoon, but you can also use a net to put your peaches in not quite boiling water. We are blanching them only for about a minute or 2, and this helps make the skins really easy to peel off in the canning process. Now that the peaches are blanched, you can see that they are more of a dull color, and we are getting them out and putting them in our bowl of cold water. Now we are putting them in the bowl of cold water so it can help them cool down so we can handle them with our hands, as you can see in the next part of the process. Now we are peeling the skins off the peaches. The blanching should make them come off. As you can see, we're doing it just with our fingers. You do want to cut off any bad spots you find, and if they are hard to peel off, you can blanch them for another minute or 2. And as soon as all the skin is peeled off, we're going to cut the peaches in half and take out the pit. And now we're going to put them in our jar, and we're trying to pack them down as we are filling up the jar. Put it in and pack it down. We don't want to squish the peaches, but we also don't want to leave empty space. We want to fill and pack those jars as full as we can get them. We want to fill the jar 1 inch above the rim. And because our canner takes 7 jars, we are going to prep 6 more jars. Okay, step 4 is packing the jars, and we want to fill the jars of peaches with water about to the rim. And because we are going to take out some of the air bubbles, I usually fill it a little bit more. As you can see, we are using our debubbler to help remove some of those air pockets. And then because the water goes down, you fill it up again as needed. And honey is optional, so in this I'm using a tablespoon to add some into the jars before I add water. You can add as much as you want or as little as you want, or none at all if that's your preference. It really depends on you and how sweet you want it. Now once again, I'm using the debubbler to remove some of those air pockets as much as I can, and then I'm going to fill the jar up with some more water. Okay, now that the air pockets are out as much as I can, then I'm grabbing a clean rag and just wiping off the top of the rim. We want that to be all clean so that when the lids are on it, then they will seal properly. If it's dirty or cracked, then it won't seal as much as we need it to. Now I'm grabbing the lids and I'm putting it on top of the jars with our lid lifter. And then we want to put the rims on the lids, not tight, but enough that it stays. Step 5 is our water bathing. We are going to put our jars that we filled up inside this boiling water inside the jar insert. I like to do it across from each other, that way it's more balanced as we are putting it inside the pan. Make sure that they are as evenly spaced as you can get them. Carefully put the jar insert inside the boiling water. And we want to bring that to a boil for 30 minutes. After our 30 minutes is up, then we will take the lid off and very carefully lift the jar insert up and over the pan. Now we will grab our jar lifter and use that to take the jars out of the pan. As you can see, I have a rag for underneath. I like to use it for the dripping water as well as making sure the jars don't drop. And that is how I like to can peaches. There are so many different ways that you can do it, and if you have any questions about it, you can leave it in the comments below, and thanks so much for watching.